So let's go. Let's move right along. Since we was talking about Brian Burns, I think we're
Mm-hmm.
going to talk about something that everybody is waiting on to happen. Uh, I believe that is going to happen before training camp. I'm hoping, I'm praying that it happens before training camp, and that is about Brian Burns getting his money. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, CJ, I know you got some stats for Brian Burns and what he's done so far in the NFL. So let's see that when we get to it.
All right.
So talk about that a little bit. What we got there?
Okay, now this is just from spot track, because it brings up
Okay.
everybody's contract details and all that. But if you look at his 4 seasons in the league so far, um 12 and a half sacks last year was his biggest number. And he had nine
Right.
to two previous seasons and 7.5 his rookie year. Okay.
Okay.
So now they still have him listed as a defensive end, but he's going to make that switch to outside linebacker.
Right.
All right. So we are going to kind of compare him to the top outside linebackers in the league because I think this is what they're going to go by when they're negotiating his contracts. So you have Khalil Mack, and this is sorted by the contract value. Khalil
Right.
Mack, Joey Bosa, TJ Watt, Bradley Chubb, Harold Landry, Danielle Hunter, Randy Gregory, Shaquille Barrett, Matt Judon, and Preston Smith are the top 10. Okay, as far as contract.
Hey, I don't. I'm gonna cut you off real quick because I don't want Danielle Hunter to hear you pronounce his name, Danielle Hunter.
Oh, my
Oh,
bad.
but
Damn.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Danielle. It looked like, hey, my bad. My
Hey,
bad. That
don't
shit look like
don't
Danielle to
be
me.
hey, don't feel bad. When I first ever seen his name, I was calling him Danielle Hunter, and I was like, that you don't want that name playing a gladiator sport like football. But then I heard the announcers pronounce, and I was like, Danielle. I was like, okay,
Oh,
all right,
hey, well, I'm
yeah,
glad. I'm glad you
yeah,
said it because
it's
I was gonna keep right on with it. Even
yeah.
through when they was talking about them trading for him, I'll still call him Daniel.
Nah, it's Danielle Hunter. It's
But
Danielle Hunter.
yeah, but okay, so you got Khalil Mack up at the top. All right, value 141 million, signing bonus 34 million. And I guess this is average. Average is 23.5 million a year,
Yeah,
if I'm looking at that right.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And here's
23
the
and a
six
half. Yeah.
years. Yeah, here's the six. And they're for the most part, they're all 4 and 5 year contracts. And you got Khalil Mack up there with the 6 year contract. So now just say for instance, if we click on Khalil Mack, all right, and you got his contract breakdown here. Now, this is the thing I want to see. Now we go over to his statistics. Now, mind you, he's been in the league a lot longer than Brian Burns. Okay.
Okay.
So let me see. Let's just say you take his first 4 years, because this is Brian Burns' first 4 years. All right, 2014, he had 4 sacks. 15, he had 15 sacks. 2016, he had 11, and 2017, he had 10 and a half. So that is what, let me see, 10, 21, 36, 40 sacks, if my math is right. If
Okay.
it's not, I apologize. All right.
40 and a half. It's 40 and a
Okay.
half.
Now we go back to Brian Burns. His first 4 years, 38 sacks.
Okay.
All right. We go back from Khalil Mack. We go down to the next one. Joey Bosa. And we go over to his statistics. Let's take his first 4 years. 2016, 10 and a half sacks. 2017, 12 and a half. 2018, 5 and a half. 2019, 11 and a half. Let me
Yeah.
see. 20, 30. So that's 30 something sacks.
I think 2018 is the year he
He got
had
hurt.
yeah, he got hurt. Yeah.
Okay. Because this only had 7 games. TJ Watt. Okay. Starting in
Okay.
2017, 7 sacks. 2018, 13 sacks. 2019, 14 and a half. 2020, 15 sacks. You know, and I can't not mention the 22 and a half in 2021. All right.
Okay.
All right. Bradley Chubb. Go over to his statistics. All right. 2018, 12 sacks. 2019, he had one. He played 4 games. 2020 at 7.5. None in 2021 and 8 last year.
Okay.
All right, and
So
I'm gonna
who's number
stop at
5?
Harold
Harold
Landry
Landry.
here. Yeah, I'm stopping here because these are top 5 as far as contract.
Right.
2018 he had 4.5. 2019 9. 2020 5.5, and 2021 he had 12. I think he was hurt all of last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my question to you. I know Brian Burns said that he wants to be the top, top paid outside linebacker. He want to be paid as a top outside linebacker at his position. Of course, outside linebacker is his position. He wants to be paid as a top player at his position, which is outside
Mm-hmm.
linebacker.
Yeah.
Do you think? Now, this is just be honest. I don't think he's going to get Khalil Mack or Joey Bosa type money. And I'm talking about on an average, yearly average.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about
Yeah.
23 and a half and 27 million. And I don't think he's going to get TJ Watt type money, 28 million. You know what I
Mm-mm.
mean? So I don't think he's going to get paid like the top or as a top outside linebacker in the league. I think that's out of the
Mm-hmm.
question. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think he will fall more in line in the top 5 or in the top 10? So before you answer that, let me give you my answer. My thought is I'm thinking he will fall somewhere in between Bradley Chubb and Harold Landry. Bradley Chubb's making 22 million a year. He's the last outside linebacker that signed a contract, which was last year when he got traded from Denver to Miami. And when he got to
Mm-hmm.
Miami, he signed that extension, which was 5 years, $110 million. With
Yeah.
53 million of a guarantee. Harold Landry is making 17 and a half. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking realistically, I'm thinking Brian Burns will fall in between somewhere in between Bradley Chubb and Harold Landry. What are your thoughts?
I'm going to tend to agree with you. Gonna step on the limb and say that he may fall anywhere between, say, like Harold Landry and Shaquille Barrett. I wouldn't be surprised if he fell anywhere between like number 5 and number 10 as far as the highest paid salaries for outside linebackers. And I agree with you. I don't think that he will be in that top, that top 5 because
Yeah,
a few of these players have a few more seasons and a lot more I can say a lot more to add to their resume. And
right.
you don't give contracts. Well, no, let me not say that because I might be wrong if I say that. But
It's all right.
I
It's okay to be wrong.
well,
Shoot, say
I'm
it
just
anyway.
I'm wondering if they're going to take in consideration him moving to outside linebacker because he's been a DN these first 4 years. Will this move to a 3-4? Does that have any weight on his contract negotiations? Because the thing is, what if Carolina gets him at a reasonable price and he goes out here and balls out for 2 or 3 straight seasons, and then he's like, okay, well, you know what, I've already outplayed my contract. Now I want to do some talks and renegotiate this. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I think that would be possible, no matter if he was playing outside linebacker or defensive end. If
Yeah.
if you got a contract and say you got a generous contract and it's what you want, and
Mm-hmm.
you go the next 2 or 3 years and you ball out crazy. You average 13, 14 sacks a year.
Yeah.
Okay. Technically you could say he outperformed his contract on a year-to-year basis. I don't think it
Mm-hmm.
matters what position, whether it's, if it was defensive end or outside linebacker.
Well, see,
14
no,
sacks a
I'm
year
not
is
saying
14
that.
sacks a year.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the fact that he's going to a new position, and a new
Okay.
defense. That's what I'm getting at. What if him going to outside linebacker and the switch to the 3-4 works? I mean, if it works out, if it exceeds their expectations, is what they thought he may be
Hmm.
possible of producing, as rather than them staying in the 4-3 scheme. I guess that's what I was getting at. Now I know that no matter what the position, if they go
Right.
out there and anybody can outperform their contract and then say, hey, I want to renegotiate this. But what I'm kind of wondering is, since we don't know what he can do in a 3-4 defense yet, you get what I'm saying? It's like,
Hmm.
are they taking that into consideration? Is that going to factor in? Are they kind of um is it like that, kind of waiting to see him get on the field? Because everybody's saying they want to have something done by training camp, but are they waiting to training camp, see what's what? You get what I'm saying?
No,
I don't know if
I
I
don't
don't know if
think
I'm
I
conveying.
don't think they waiting. No, based on what you just said, are they waiting to see what he looks like in a 3-4? No,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's it at all. I think that
Okay.
his contract that they're trying to negotiate now is
Mm-hmm.
based off the production that he has performed during his rookie contract. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This extension that's getting ready to happen, it's gonna be based off majority is based off of past production. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think they're gonna look at it. Oh well, we need to see him in this 3-4 defense, so we're gonna take a look at preseason and see what he looks like. That's not a true evaluation because he's not gonna play much in preseason. He's not gonna practice much in training camp. Because they're gonna take it easy by him coming off that ankle surgery.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons why he hasn't practiced at all in
Yeah.
OTAs. Now they want
Mm-hmm.
him ready for training camp, but they don't want to re-injure or re-aggravate it in training camp. So even
Yeah,
in
I got you.
training camp, yeah. So, but to answer your question, no. I think the 3-4, and if that's the defense that he ends up playing in for the next 3 or 4 years, I think for that third contract, not the rookie, not the one that he's getting ready
Mm-hmm.
to sign, the
Yeah.
contract after that, that's gonna be based off what he does going forward. This contract is
Okay.
gonna be based solely on what he has done
So far.
this first four
Yeah.
years.
Now
Yeah.
it's not a
And
guarantee that he's going to have a contract before training camp, right?
I
This is
think
kind of
so.
like the goal, but it's not it's not set in stone. Like, okay, they haven't come out and said we want to have him sign before training camp starts.
What Scott Fitterer did mention this
Mm-hmm.
um right before the draft, that he said after the draft that first priority was getting Brian Burns signed, because you have to remember this is going to his 5th year. He's this is his 5th year option.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't sign him now and you don't sign him before the season start, so let me back up. So say you don't have him signed before game one, and
Mm-hmm.
Brian Burns says, you know what, we're not having any more contract talks to the end of the season.
Yeah.
So now you have really allowed yourself to possibly lose one of your franchise players, because this is a 5th year contract. He's on his 5th year option.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, at the end of this year, he's a
Unrestricted free agent.
unrestricted free agent.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the risks that you will run by doing that. So the best thing for them to do is to get a
Mm,
contract done before training camp or at least before the regular season. This is your friend, your one of your franchise or one of your cornerstone pieces, and if you
mm-hmm.
value him as you say you do, you'll
Yeah.
get it done.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I
Yeah,
just wanted to throw that out there as just to kind of, what if, or if all else fails scenario. Cause,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure they're gonna get done before training camp. But like we used to have those like you used to talk about, what if, like, just
yeah.
just kind of throwing it out there, like I said, hopefully it doesn't happen. But yeah,
That's one of those things. I won't say it's 100%, but I'll say it's 98%. It'll get done.
you say it's pretty much damn
Yeah,
certain.
yeah, it's pretty much damn certain. But I'm gonna leave myself a little wiggle room, so I'm gonna give it a
Mm,
98%. But yeah, anybody out there that's listening to the show, feel free to chime in. Let us know what you guys think. What do you feel Brian Burns should be paid? Should he be paid as a top outside linebacker? Should he be paid, you know, within the top 5 or the top 10?
oh, here we go. Pay Burns. There you go. Yep.
Okay, QT 0, but where should we pay Burns? Should we pay him, you know, number one? Should we pay him within the top 5, or should he would do you think he'll be in the top 10? Where do you think he'll be? That's what I want to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I definitely think he'll be up there in top 10. Let me see. 18 mil a year
18.5.
for 6 years. So that'll put him in number 5.
Yeah. So
According to the list on Spot Track.
18.5 a year, 6 years. That's how much? I ain't got my calculator. 18.
Shoot. Shit, I ain't got mine either. Hold on.
That's about 111 million a year. Okay, that's about 111 million a year. So,
Yeah.
but how much of that you think should be guaranteed though? So Harold Landry, no, I'm sorry, Bradley Chubb got 5 years, 110 million, and
He
got
got
53.2 guaranteed.
mm,
So, but Brian Burns will probably be somewhere in that area, around
yeah,
55, 60 million guaranteed.
55, 60. Yeah. Cause let me
Yeah,
see. TJ Watt got the top 3. Khalil Mack got 90 million guaranteed. Joey Bosa got 102, and TJ Watt got 80. So I don't think it would be
right.
far fetched for him to be in like the 55 to 60, say 55, 65 mil guaranteed.
Okay.
You
I,
know,
I,
and
I
and,
think
and
65 might be a little too high. A little too high, but I say 55, 60.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
and if the Panthers want to, they really want to make a statement and say, okay, cool, you're our guy, hey, you're gonna get the man what he wants. Well, mostly what he wants, because I damn sure don't think that he's gonna um be number one. I don't think he's gonna be making Khalil Mack money.
Right, right.
Yeah. So